Ochitonia.
Yeah.
Zberry TV, thank you for joining the ladies of Hot Topics today. This is an avenue where we come, we share our popular opinions on things, matters arising, marriages, relationships, families, and survival. How we survive our daily life, especially at this time that things are so tight. Baningo is saying hello, hello, Baningo. Thank you so much.
Why are we not seeing their faces?
Constance is trying to share
my other phone.
I don't know how to share this. How do I do that? Like, how do I invite?
You have another phone. That's what I'm trying to do. My battery is down.
Let me see if I can use my
share with your other
share
device.
the live stream so Baningo can jump in. At least we know. And if you have other devices as well, share on
but
those.
I think also if you look down on your screen too, it says mute, stop cam set and share. I don't know if that works. I've not tried that.
No, I can't see share here. I can see just the mic cam setting, then chat and leave.
Yeah. Oh really?
Where is the UD, the UC?
Baningo says she's there with the adverts. Coming. Leave advert. So
the advert pull up.
5 minutes advert.
Stay there.
I hope you guys are having a great day. For me, it's just noon, and I believe most of you is already retiring times. Thank
Nikki,
you.
hello, Nikki.
Hi, baby girl. How are you? No, you will not answer.
So today we'll be talking about
we are
talking about disrespect of spouse emotions or feelings in marriages vis-a-vis the chorus husband's cry, because I'm looking at that young man that he is hurting and he is crying out. So we'll be relating it to real life experiences from what we know and what our friends have shared with us, or what we've experienced, in our various marriages or relationships. So that's what we'll be talking about today. And I'm going to welcome some more people. Thank you, Elegant Worldwide channel, for joining us today. Please share our video so that others can come and join us today. Please share and share.
Okay, that's good.
So for today's event, I think we should have at least 2 moderators. What do you guys think? That if one could be helping with the comments, and then the other one could be helping to put somebody, okay, somebody want to say something, can you hold on for a few seconds, let someone else say, that kind of a thing. So we should also be, if for example, if I share my opinion, someone else shares opinion, another, we just be going it around the table, like a round table discussion.
So when we were using spreadsheets, we were heavily meeting.
That's a good idea.
Hours to update.
So Mel, I know you're good with reading the comments. Can you review that with us?
That's a good idea.
Okay. Contributing.
So Mel, I know you're good with reading the comments. I hope this is not disturbing.
Is on.
Oh my God! Wait.
Yeah, if you're using 2 devices, you just mute.
Okay.
The other device.
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay. I can do that. I'll keep my eyes on the comment section, so we will be able to take comments also. So everybody is engaging also. So yeah, I can do that.
All right. Thank you. So Baningo, I don't know if you're still there. Ochitonia. Okay.
Are you sure Tonia can be able to come up?
Yeah, Ochitonia is here, so I'm gonna add her to
sure.
I think she just came now, and the Baningo said she's...
Wow, that's interesting. So you guys are on now.
Good day, everyone. I'm so sorry. I've been trying to join. I've been trying to join, and my husband has been helping me. So
So
sorry
we can
about that.
see you've been busy, not in the other room. So that's understandable.
No,
No, there's nothing
you're
new
not
there. We
serious.
enjoyed that room too.
It is very necessary to keep mind and body
Aren't you
together.
so funny?
You have babies here.
Ah,
Yeah,
babies.
really.
No, this
You
discussion table is not for babies. So if you're a baby, just step down right away.
straight up,
Oh
straight
This
my
up.
goodness.
one that is number 5. Where is the bunny goes? Is she still watching the ad?
I'm coming
No,
up in a
no, she
bit.
said
I
she's
want to
trying
use
to
my
get her
laptop. Okay.
laptop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We
Come on,
have
come on.
another person in Nancy
Nancy
Lisha. Thank you
Licious.
for joining us
Yeah.
today.
Let me
We
bring your phone, let me
appreciate.
quickly.
So we are here. We are ladies of hot topics. We are here to
Yeah.
share our popular opinion. Somebody's phone needs to be muted.
Yeah, if you're
I
using 2 devices, please mute the
Mute
other one. Go ahead, host.
All right. So we are ladies of hot topics where we share our popular opinion on trending issues relating to marriages, relating to survival. You can see my panel here. We all live in different countries. We have Mel Fitness channel. She's all the way from Greece. We have Constance Space. We have Constance of Constance Space. She's all the way in Senegal, Dakar, Senegal. And we have Nikki. Nikki's channel is Nikki Dai, right? Did I get it right?
I'm not dying yet. Nikki Deep Global.
Nikki, can you pronounce it for me? That name.
The British people pronounce it as Nikki Deep Global, but I told them I'm not dying yet. It's Nikki Deep Global.
So we have Nikki Dai Global. Her name is Nikki of Nikki Dai Global. So ladies in the chat, please check out each and every one of us here. In case you don't have us, let's become friends because this is an ongoing series and we don't know when it's gonna stop. We also have Tonia. So she's all the way from UAE in Dubai. So guys, we have different angles to share our opinion, our experiences, especially when it relates to surviving our current situation, where we are, how we work on issues to survive. And yours truly, Oyoyo Sword. My name is Ifi Oyoyo of Oyoyo Sword. I'm here all the way from USA. So our knowledge is huge, that the experience we are going to bring on the table cannot be shaken. Okay, I believe.
Host, we have one more person that is here to jump on.
Yeah, we do have another person as well, Princess of the Banningos. I guess you all know she's the YouTube sensation. Okay, guys.
I'm
so
telling you.
if you don't know Princess Banningo, I guess maybe you started your channel yesterday. Okay, but if you've been on YouTube for at least 2 weeks or for the past 1 month, there is no way you don't know Princess Banningo. so check her out as well, our Banningo channel, the Banningos. You'll be able to relate with each and every one of us, and we are as organic as it can get.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank you. Be Yourself Dynasty. I do appreciate you guys. You please kindly share our link so that others can jump in. And my amazing sister from Gambia, she is also in the US, All Things Chile. Thank you and welcome to the show. Welcome to Hot Topics. It seems Banningo is having some challenges, but we know she's gonna come. So we might as well take off. We have 12 people in the house. So, and like I said, we are here to talk about trending issues and what is trending now in marriage or relationship. We are using the case of Cora.
Hold on, host, please. Maybe we should all mute our mics. When the host is done, whoever wants to speak can unmute.
All right.
What do you think, host?
Yeah.
So that way we don't have sound interrupting. Okay.
Yes.
So we all mute.
Thank you all for all the ladies in the chat room. We can see you guys and we appreciate your love and your support. Kindly share our videos so we can have a broader audience come join us today. And then feel free to leave us your comment in the comment section regarding the topic we are discussing today. So I'm going to be starting off with Mel, because I love the way she analyzed this. If you don't know Mel, Mel has multiple channels, okay? If you really want to know what is trending, you can check her out on Trending Gist with Octavia, right? Octavia, yeah. So Trending
Yes,
Gist with
Octavia Cora.
Octavia Cora. That's where you hear all the latest gist happening around the globe, not just in one country, around the globe. So we'll be starting with Mel today. Let us understand from her own perspective when when a partner is disregarding the feelings or emotions or complaint of another partner in a relationship.
Oh, thank you very much, host. I think marriage is something that before you go into, you need to prepare yourself. You need to know what you're going into, and you need to understand that you are coming to join yourself with someone that is from a different background from you. The person has different upbringing, the way they understand things, the way they see things, and everything. So you have to be able to understand that you have to consider that person's feelings. You have to be able to sit down and have a conversation with that person. You have to understand that the era of me is now over. We're beginning to start something that is called us. Everything will now have to do with us. So going into marriage, if you're not prepared and you don't plan ahead and make yourself available to be able to listen to your partner, then it is very common for you to go into that marriage and you still feel like a single person. Everything is still about you. Even when your partner is complaining that this is not going too well with me, you're not paying attention, probably because that thing your partner is complaining about favors you, but you don't even want to consider how, if they will reverse the case, how you will feel. So I feel like most people are not necessarily, they're not really prepared for marriage, but because they see other people doing it, and social media too have a way of glamorizing marriage, because a lot of people come out showing you when they are kissing, they are hugging, they're all lovey-dovey, and all the sweet parts of marriage. That's what they put out there, and they don't tell you the struggle. So you hear people saying, oh man, I didn't know it's going to be this difficult. So I think because people see all this whole, it's so glamorous, it looks so nice, so people don't always see the other part. Hence, a lot of persons are not prepared. They go into this, they go into the union and they just disregard, they disrespect, and not even take into consideration what the other person feels, because they don't have, they're just not prepared. Let me just put it that way. They're just not prepared, and they're not ready to even open up a little bit.
Thank you so much, Mel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your input on this. You said it well, that when your mind is not prepared to get into a relationship, like we all know, marriage is just a thing between two adults coming together from different backgrounds, different experience, different upbringing, then to join together to have a common front. And if we get into that kind of relationship with the mindset of, yeah, I'm still a single lady, you will not be able to like feel the impact of what your actions are doing to your partner. Thank you for highlighting those. We really appreciate it. I'm going to welcome some more people into the house. Thank you, Josie Connor, for joining us today. Thank you, Black Money Crop. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you for joining us as well. We still have all things here. We have Prisk and Jimmy. Thank you, ladies. Please, if you wouldn't mind, can you share us out so that more people can jump in, so we have a broader audience? So we are looking at today at Cora's issue, Cora and her husband. And there was a little video I saw. Unfortunately, I can't put it here. Okay, I think Baningo is here, so I'm gonna let. Okay, it's Nikki. What happened to Nikki?
Hey,
I
don't
think
know what I
she's trying
pressed.
to share.
Okay.
But I'm done now.
Okay, she's back on. So there was a little video I saw about Cora and her husband. And if if you're the kind that pay attention to videos or actions or body signs or body languages, you will be able to understand there was serious disrespect to her husband, even in front of cameras. There was this lady, a YouTuber, we all know Somako. Somako picked that angle of that issue. I said, oh, imagine as if she knew we already planned this. So she actually picked that particular video showing that it was a serious disrespect, and this happened in front of the camera. Okay, when you're going live, you should be able to know that your audience are paying attention. And if you disrespect your partner, they will pick it up as well. So some of us might not notice that, but a lot of people notice that. And when that became your routine or way of life, if your husband is trying to like show you care and affection, you're not understanding. And if you start complaining, you're not as well trying to like adjust behavior. It could lead to what is leading now in their relationship, which is divorce. I made a video about that relationship, and I emphatically stated in my video that the guy was not joking. It wasn't a prank. The guy was serious. The only way I faulted him was bringing that issue to the social media. If you know you're having such problems, there are other ways to settle those problems. We don't get to know all of things going on. But I guess only him knows why he came to social media to like tell the whole world, because I believe that's where he knows that my wife has audience and I'm going to get attention of people that will know what I've been feeling in this marriage. So now they're heading to divorce because of what he said. He has forgiven about the cheating that happened in the early part of the marriage. But right now, all right, I can see Constance want to say something. So
Banigo says she's in backstage.
oh, Baningo, okay. Oh, sorry about that, sweetheart. All right, so now we are complete, guys. We have our 6 ladies of hot topic opinion, and we have our YouTube sensation.
Is she shy? Why is she covering her face? Are you shy?
Why shall I shy? I say shy girl. I'm sorry, guys. I'm shy. My village people came for me today. My village people came for me. They came for me with force, boys. Where?
They don't fit. Would they be?
I'm out again. No, you should join me again. No.
What is happening to Nikki?
Hey.
Nikki, you're still here, but I think you just
Nikki, you're still there. Click on the enter studio
camera.
Yeah,
click on the camera. I think on the camera.
Yeah, the camera is on.
Okay, let me remove one so I can add her.
Go.
Okay.
I'm back. Okay, we are complete. So I want to welcome some people in the chat. I do have Ujuano. Thank you so much, my beautiful sister, all the way from USA. Thank you for joining us today on Hot Topics, our popular opinion. So we are talking about disrespect of spouse feelings or emotion in marriage vis-a-vis Cora Obidi's husband's plea and cry on social media. So I'll be taking an opinion from Nikki of Nikki Die Global Channels. Let's hear what Nikki has to say. Nikki, so you take the floor.
All right, I just almost myself. So just like what Me Fierce said, I don't know if I called her name, but Fierce, just like what she said, when you're not ready or prepared for this union, is a long journey, you know. So, and then if we have to bring it to Cora's, we know that when you're popular and the person behind you feels lesser of himself or so. Oh my God, I'm hearing myself. I don't know.
Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me? Okay. I don't know. I was hearing myself. So, first of all, not being ready and not knowing the kind of person you're getting involved with. You understand? Sometimes, just like somebody wrote, before you get into marriage or into any serious relationship that will lead to marriage, first of all, know the kind of person you want to get involved with. Is this person a social media freak? Can I handle her? Can I handle him? Or is this person just someone that loves to be by him or herself? So anybody that is a social media freak will always like someone that is also a social media freak. You get. So in terms of Cora, probably the husband is not so okay with what is happening. This disrespect of a thing, even though we don't know the real story, might also be because of the social media stuff. Men can just tell you sometimes. It's just like when you're pregnant, you just want to show off your baby bumps and things like that, but your partner is not in support of that. Then because people have known you for days, and there is nothing you can do about it, you just have to make sure you still show yourself to people for them not to feel like, what was going on. You have to deliver. Then for that reason, there will be a disrespect for your partner as well. And we never can tell if those things are the reason why they are having clash. You understand? Because by the time the man will tell oh, this, don't do this now, it's not nice for people to see and things like that. Just like that video that she later said it was a play. Where she said, when you give birth to a new baby, your husband or your partners become your maid. It's a play for her, but you can imagine how people would say that, like your husband becomes your maid. It's just like a free comment anybody can make, but at the end of the day, there is a huge meaning in it. So this is all about understanding the kind of person you want to get yourself involved with, knowing if my lifestyle actually goes well with this person. If your lifestyle doesn't go well with that person, there will always be an issue. Some men can tell you, I don't want to marry a working class lady. And then you end up getting married to a lady that is a graduate. Why are you getting married to a graduate if you don't want to marry a working class lady? So just keep her in the house. There's no way there's going to be peace in that marriage. It's not possible. So all those things are all about knowing the person you want to get involved with. Can I handle this person? What is her life like? Is this something I can deal with before you go to that journey? It's a very long journey. And once those two people don't agree to walk in one lane, maybe you are walking in the east, this person is walking in the south. It can never go well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nikki. I really appreciate your input. What you just said now took me back to memory lane when I was in secondary school. I did my secondary school in Nigeria, actually in Anambra State. Growing up, I saw a lot of traders, marrying doctors and marrying graduates, and they don't want them to work. I said, wow, as a young girl, I was like, so you mean, now the way our mouth used to run. I said, you mean I will go to the university, spend all the time studying whatever I want to study, and a man will tell me not to work? How much is he paying me in a day? So if there is no agreement on how to make the relationship work, that's where the disregard, the disrespect will start coming in. And if the man is not understanding that your wife is actually, she doesn't enjoy staying at home, she wants to go out, she wants to contribute to the society, she wants to put in her input, she doesn't want to be a woman that, okay, every month you give her money to take care of the home. She wants to do other things. If that understanding is not there, and if the communication is not open for others to for that kind of conversation, that means there is going to be serious problem disregarding on the other person's feeling and emotion. And also, I have something to add today. If you guys are currently, in the news, especially today, if you heard news today, In Anambra State, there was an inauguration done today, and the ex-governor, well, I say ex-governor's wife, yeah, they're ex now, right? The governor that just passed out today, the wife left her seat to go and abuse another woman, not minding that they were giving inaugural speech, not minding that.
Oh, sorry. I think the Nigerian bloggers, they got that news wrong. It seemed like it's Ojuku's wife that actually
Wait,
slapped
now
the governor's wife.
let me dissect it well. So the ex-governor's wife left her own seat to go and say something to Ojuku's wife. What Ojuku's wife did was to get up from her seat and balance well, and gave the woman the slap of her life. So you now see what we are saying. When people don't know their boundary, you understand?
I did behind you.
Problem.
She
gave the woman, and if you see the way she's being praised today on social media, everybody praising her. And I also praise her because you can't come and be calling me a shower in public and accept. That's the trending issue as of this moment. It's trending on social media. Everybody abusing the ex-governor's wife and praising Bianca for standing her ground and defending herself. So in this case, they might have some beefs going on in their relationship. So whatever it is, they should have carried it out of the screen where we don't get to see. So back to our topic for today. And if you want to chip in something in this regard, because I saw Princess having a good laugh. I don't know if it's Mr. Baningo that is making her to really.
She has been acting like a new wife, like they just married her.
I'm sorry, guys. It was just crazy. I mean, initially I got it wrong that the who slapped who. Do you understand? But realizing now that it was Bianca that slapped someone, I thought it was the governor, the ex-governor's wife that actually slapped. So finding out now that it was actually Bianca that did the slapping, it's just making me laugh. Like, but I mean, let's just continue.
I was like, yes, women should be able to stand their grounds and know when to defend themselves. That's the way I look at it. Because
at the same time, I don't think that they are right, because a lot of people feel like she received the slap. That's why a lot of people are praising Bianca, but I think she is dead wrong. A lady like that should not hit someone. Why? What if the other lady stands up and beats the hell out of her?
That's the thing. You are ex-governor's wife.
Mel, but somebody called her a prostitute, right?
Yes, somebody, it was the governor's wife that was calling.
I will use my two hands and slap the person. How will you call me?
Well, you have mouth. No. The bunny goes, no. There's a level you get to, you no longer fight in the streets. Do you understand?
When I get to that level, my thinking will change.
Mel,
the both of them,
it was Bianca. She was correcting her brain. It wasn't fighting. She wasn't fighting. She had to reset her brain with the slap. You understand?
That's assault now. That's you laying your hand on someone. You assaulted someone.
Assault. See, Mel. Okay, you left your. Do you know what there is this thing they call provocation in law? And if I come to your face, like Princess, the way she is now, I will come to her face. You're an idiot. You're this. You're that. Princess can do me whatever she can do me at that heat of the moment, and the law will back her. You understand? At the heat of the moment, what the law will ask. At the time I was giving her the basbos, did she run and get a gun or she hit me with her hand? If she hit me with her hand, that's the heat of the moment. But if she ran to the room, grabbed something else and come back, within that short period she ran to the room, there is what the anger would have worn down. You understand? So the law will consider that. It was a spot-on thing that she did. Somebody can call, it's not an ask, it was a spot-on. A lot of interpretations are coming. We are going to hear that scenario eventually. The reason why I brought it here, my husband said to me that should be the end of the marriage between the governor and the wife. If the wife could not respect herself and respect the husband, coming to the public to insult another person, that should be a big red flag. Should read to what? To the court to settle that.
That could tell what is happening inside the marriage.
Absolutely. So now you can see we are talking about marriages. We are talking about disregard for our spouse feelings and emotion.
And actually, that's true, because if your husband is there and you took that action, that means you don't even have respect for the man. You don't have any respect for the man. Because if actually the lady has done anything to you, at that moment, just calm yourself down. And if you're the type that actually have a good communication with your husband, you can as well talk to your husband. Look at this woman. Even looking at her is even pissing me off. I wish I'm not here. I wish I should just leave. You know, that kind of thing. The man can just tell you, okay, just calm down. Don't even act up here. This is it. So, but taking that action with no like excuses at all, it's none of our business. No.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's
that's why I brought it here, because we are talking about disrespect, disregard. So the wife of the ex-governor has no respect of any magnitude for the husband. My husband was telling me, no, I can't be in the same room with that woman after that incident. That is, just go straight, get a divorce paper, sign it immediately, and then put it in. Because there is an extent, there is a position you get in life. Your reputation is all you got. Forget all the money you've acquired. So where is that man's reputation? If you read the comments on social media, that we need, which is the ex-governor, is taking BP pills right now as we speak. So I'm going to welcome a lot of people in the chat room. We have Rosie Ketch. Thank you for joining us. We have I Am Neki. And I Am Neki left us a very long note. She said, Mrs. Obiano is a Tuza queen. What prompted her to leave her seat to provoke Bianca? Bianca is an alpha woman and should not be messed with her emotions. So you see, this is what is going on social media. They're really saying a lot of things. She also said, Mrs. Obiano is a street woman. She has no regard for anybody. That's just what we are talking about. Disregard of spouse feelings or emotion. And this woman just gave us a hot topic to dissect. So, ladies, I'm going to be welcoming Ochia Tonia. Let's hear what she's saying, because we know we have our Bobo at the background.
As she's just stop getting us.
So
we don't know how bad. Hey,
Bobo can contribute.
No. He was just here to help me to come into the live, because this is my.
He can't make it again.
So he was just trying to help me. He's gone already. He's gone already. So in all these things, what I have to keep in this whole thing is, when it comes to marriage, respect matters a lot. The age is never anything in marriage, okay? It's a number. So when it comes to marriage, if you know very well, there's a mistake we all used to do. I'm talking out of experience, because when I wanted to get married, because I was once divorced, before I got finally the heart of my heart, okay? When I wanted to get married, I was even imagine what could have come up in future. I wasn't even thinking about future, okay? I was just full of, he has money. I only need to settle down. I don't need any person to push me around. I am afraid of heartbreaking then. So what I need to focus on is just get married. Everybody is getting married. But these days, there's a lot of things young ladies used to have to put in consideration before getting married, okay? Before you get married, I advise people, that is my opinion, I don't know about people, but then, before you get married, you first of all reason very, very well. Look into it and see, what is it I'm looking for in a man? What is it I'm looking for in a woman? What can I endure? What can I take? Because later, in fact, the type of things I know now, if I knew it then, it would have taken me far. Because I put on consideration now that I want to make another step, that I just made another step. I considered it very well. I look into it very well. I have to take in control of what I think, what I will like, what I want in return, what I expect from a man. Before anything, let us all remember that there's a species in everything that God created. There's a species in a dog. You can see a dog that bites. You can see the one that just roars like a lion. You can see the one that just in a little inch, the dog will just fold his tail and put it into his anus and go. There is some that doesn't have shame. Okay? So when you want to go into marriage, I prefer that young ladies should emulate from this. In particular, check into yourself. What can I take? What is it I'm looking in a man? What is it I'm looking at? Am I good enough to get that from that person? Because you have to be good inside yourself. It's what you have to give out there. And you don't expect to get what you don't have, what you can't give. So you first of all start to analyze it all. What do I want from a man? What can I take from a man? If this man is somebody that he picks on you in every little thing, I don't think you have the patience to stay with such man. Then why then do you put a step? If you consider all these things, you will notice, you will get, as in you will get to a level that you will know very well that this is what I want. And this man is what I want. Let the goodness, because nobody is perfect, let the goodness at least be better than the bad side of the man. Okay, so that you can endure, you can take it. It's a lifetime thing. It's not just our ladies now think that it's just something that you just go into. Maybe if he doesn't have money, I will just run. No, if he has money, I can stay. This, that. There is an option in marriages these days. It's not supposed to be. Divorce is not an option. It's not sweet to get divorced. When two tango, now it's very difficult to get a divorce without hurting people around you. There's a lot of people involved already that you are hurting. So I suggest any marriage in progress, or any marriage you want to get into, or any friendship, even let it start from cutting someone. When you are cutting someone, most of the times it ends up in marriage. Most of the time, when you get involved in that marriage, in that relationship, and kept that relationship going, is driving somewhere. And if you see that this is not what I want in a man, this is not what I want in a woman, please, I advise that you pause it. Make a revise on time before stepping into that marriage. But if that is what you want, I prefer you just stay in it with respect. Put everybody's feeling on table first. Let your spouse be your priority. Consider what is going to happen if something happens. Yes, of course, there's karma. There's a nemesis in everything we do. So we're supposed to be putting those things in consideration, trying not to hurt the other one, so that everything will be perfect and everything will be fine. We can always manage, because it's not easy. It's not a bed of roses. If someone tells you it's a bed of roses, oh no, hell no. So that is my take on this. So I don't know. Ladies.
Can I ship in something? When it's about knowing what you want in a man, courtship, and things like that, I think in some situations, let me now talk out of experience, most of our parents should be blamed for some bad marriages. I don't know if it happens now, but most of our parents should be blamed, especially our Christian parents that always believe when we pray and the Holy Spirit says yes, then is a yes. So you don't even consider if you that will wear that shoe says yes, that this very shoe is fitting on my leg. You understand? So I don't know how we can get parents to actually understand that once a child is 18 years old, I believe that child has the right to make a decision, to make a choice. Even if you think as a parent that what this my child is doing is not the right thing, I think what you owe that child is just advice, and then allow them to be, so that whatever comes out of that relationship, marriage, it shouldn't be that you are at fault. You will see some people, okay, as a person, you like a guy that is educated, when it comes to physical appearance, let's say dark skin, tall, this one and that one. Okay, at the end of the day, we believe we can't get it all. That's the truth. And then your parents said, oh, there's this my friend's son. Probably the friend's son is not even educated. He's not even dark. He's not even tall. He's not even handsome. But because they are our friend, we just want them to we just want that friendship to continue with you, getting married to the son and things like that. And by the time you say no to it, is a problem, especially when they are the ones feeding you. You get so most of those things. In fact, I would say that a lot of divorces we have these days is because of that. You make them go into what they don't want, and when they try to make it work, because as a matter of fact, they're not even trying to make it work for themselves. They're trying to make it work for you to see if they can please you.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the day,
Yeah.
if it doesn't work out, like if you can't, we are humans. You understand? There are things they want to do. You try, and if it's not working out, you can't kill yourself. You just have to. You just have to take a walk. And then when it happens, hell let loose. Everybody, you're not a good person. You're not this. You're not that. You're not that, and all that. So all those things. If there is a way we can actually get parents that don't understand those things, please let them be. They should make the choice. If anything happens on the road, fine. It's their choice. They will know how to deal with it. And courtship really matters a lot. You know, when we are growing up, like my own father can never see you with a man. If he sees you with a man, in fact, that very day, don't come back to the house. Don't come back to the house. Your own is gone. So we never had that chance of, oh, let's date and know the people we want to mingle with. Let's know the people we're talking to and things like that. Is their own way is just a man comes to marry you. Okay, fine. Eh, at least you're old enough to get married. You can get married. You don't know this man. You don't know if he's the kind of person that get provoked in any little thing. You know nothing about this person. All they are interested in just get married. So most of those things are always the issues we face these days, because a lot of us got married that way, and now that everybody's coming into light, like seeing things, social media is there. We are learning every day. Things start crashing because as of then they will not even allow you to. You can't even have Facebook on your phone. You can't even have the. As a matter of fact, you can't have anything. But now we have it all. So how do you expect the marriage to work? In as much as some are working, though, I wouldn't say all of them failed, but I would say that the ones that failed are more than the ones that are working out. And those that are even working out, you can you might not imagine the kind of thing they're going through to actually make it stay. So those things really matters. Our parents, and also allowing us to be, and then I'm not even saying us because I'm not involved, so I have to learn.
All right. Thank you so much, Nikki, for jumping in there. I do really, really appreciate that. But I want to make correction on what Ochitonia said. She said divorce is not an option. I sincerely and emphatically disagree with that. Divorce is an option. For the fact that we got into marriage doesn't mean I should remain there and die if the man is abusive. It doesn't mean that, yes, well, because of what society should say, I should just remain in the marriage and suffer, suffer in silence and die in silence while I'm still living. Marriage, people say marriage will endure. Marriage to me should be enjoyed rather than being endured. I hate the word enduring in marriage. I really don't like hearing it. I remember getting married. I told my husband, if it comes to the point that I become your, pain in your A, please, we can start talking about how to dissolve, because I don't want to make another person unhappy. And I don't want anybody to make me unhappy. Life on its own is full of stress. It's so stressful. So nobody should add to another person's pain. Talking about our parents, Neki said some vital things. The thing is that it worked for our parents when their own parents helped them choose spouses. But now we are getting educated. Most of our parents, we are not educated. We are getting educated. We are getting civilized. A lot of things have missed. Our cultures with the West have also missed. Based on that, we are now copying the things and way of life of the West is influencing our decisions, influencing whatever we want to do. You can see a young girl today, growing up those days, that you either weave your hair or you do braids. But now you want to wear Brazilian wig to be like a Brazilian person. So all those things factor into what makes a young girl form her decision. And based on that, the matchmaking or parents choosing spouses for young girls are not as effective as it used to be when it was the turn of my parent or our parent or our great grandparents. I haven't said that. There are even some in the relationship. They will be, remember, we are discussing disregard and disrespect. Some in relationships, a woman will be in a relation. You married a young woman. She's in a relationship. You say, sit here. She will sit here. Do this. She will continue to obey you. At what point do you think that she has feelings for you to even listen to her? Any small provocation, you raise your hand on the person to hit her because you felt you can beat her up. Any small provocation. Have you thought about, okay, have I actually provoked this lady that I didn't get to know about it? At what point will we say, okay, she's always moody, quiet, always in the kitchen, always trying to do everything. When she hears the sound of the horn, honking at the gate, she will start cleaning up because my husband is coming in. I don't think life should be like that. People shouldn't live in fear in marriages. And all these things happen is when a spouse is not paying attention to what the husband or what the wife dislikes or what hurts the feeling of the other. I remember from my own experience, my husband is when you say an alpha male, that's what he is. And he hates it when you raise voice at him. He will tell you that he's a son of the king, that he's a prince in where he came from. And all his life, he has never seen a woman or a man raise voice at him. So if I realize that this is a red flag, he doesn't like your voice to be so high when you're talking, you have to find a way to talk low. Naturally, I'm a loud person. I don't know how to talk shh. My mother even said that my kind, let me say it in Igbo, my kind, you know, the way you talk slowly, the bedroom talks. I know Sabi do. Everything must be the voice you're hearing. I told my husband, see, for the fact that my voice is like this, it doesn't mean I'm screaming. That is me, make you know it right now. So I was thinking maybe in the marriage, I will work on the voice. It's not working. So what are we going to do? He has to start adjusting to the voice because the voice is not adjusting to the marriage. You understand? And that does not mean I'm being disrespectful. You understand? So he's beginning to see that. We are beginning to understand. And I'm beginning to see if I can have the bedroom voice like the Baningo. Tonya has been whispering here and we didn't hear a single thing that she's been saying. So when we know so when we know what our spouses dislike and when their feelings are what could actually hurt this man's feeling, I said, okay, I want us to be as practical as we can so that our audience can also understand.
Yeah.
Before I met my husband, I had a relationship that the guy would never tell you that he's sorry. In all honesty, he's sorry. I have never for one day heard I was sorry. I said, wow. Then when I married my husband, within a short period of time, I didn't even date my husband. It may be, I would say 3 to 4 months. The second month, actually, he said, okay, I want to marry you. I said, okay, fine and good. What I did, because I met him here, I came to study in the US and I met him here. I had to do background checkup and all of that to know the kind of person he is, because the system in this country will give you the opportunity to research on somebody to know who the person, the relationship and everything you can think of, you can find here. If you pay more money, you find up to criminal record, up to anything you can think of. At least you know the person you're getting into a relationship with. So when I got into it, I now realized that, wow, there are still gentlemen in this life. A man that will open a car door for you. A man that will tell you, sir, please, can you get me that glass? Everything is please. I said, okay. And I started thinking, I said, okay, maybe because he was raised by a king or by a queen, maybe they learned that growing up. But it could be a way of life. It could be what he has developed in. But these were not the things I was used to. You understand? Oh, you go to that cup. Can you pass me that cup? No, please, no, nothing. So when you start seeing the other way, you have to appreciate that. You have to say, wow, there are still some gentlemen. I was thinking maybe, because it was a courtship, he was doing it to, make me feel good. 11 years down the line, he's still doing the same thing. So if I'm the one that scream and shout, wouldn't you think I will mellow down and work things out with this person? So that's the thing. Understanding and communication is key. If you understand your spouse, if you understand what his red flags, you're not definitely going to cross those lines. So I'm going to read our comments. Mel, you're not doing a good job today.
Host, I was waiting for you to finish so I could tell you, Constance and the Banigos, they've not given their input yet.
Yes, I'm gonna call
so
them.
Maybe they should give their inputs and then we can read comments and then respond to, I don't know. You're the host.
Okay,
I'm just suggesting.
We can do that. So we do want to welcome Vivian Reality TV in the chat. Thank you so much, Vivian, for joining us. And we have Omali Coco. Omali Coco Love. Thank you. This is the first time I'm seeing that name, and I love you, sis. She's been giving us praises in the comment section.
That is my sister.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. She's been giving us serious compliments in the comment section. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So, and also we have Black Money. I think I've recognized that name before. Thank you for joining us. So I want to hear what the Gasbos princess is going to give us today. So, Mama, take it from the top. Disregard disrespect in marriage.
We've touched down on so many things, so I don't even know where I want to start from.
Start from anywhere.
Let me start from this Justin and Cora's issue, because when everybody's going like this, me, I'll not go there. I'll go like this. So let me start from there. So I heard what some people in the house said, and that's okay. Probably the lady is actually stressing the man, or she's not respecting him, and whatnot. Yeah, whatnot. Anyway, yes. But I was saying from the point of view, what if it is money issues that they are having in that marriage? Because I was discussing with someone recently, I was like, what of them? What if it is money issue? Because the guy came out and said she cheated. What is it cheating now? I mean, what are they cheating each other about? If she didn't cheat with him in any recent time, he said it was the beginning of their relationship that she cheated. And as I heard, they just moved to this beach house. I mean, this house they are staying in right now, the house is close to the beach. I'm not in the US, so I don't know what it costs to, occupy that kind of apartment. But the guy also said in his words that if he does not agree to the things that she wants, she starts throwing divorce at him. So let's say she wants a new apartment that is expensive and luxurious, that would fit her, her status, her caliber as Cora Obi. And then she tells him, Justin, I want this apartment, and that is what we are going to get. And okay, that is what I want. And then Justin is like, no, it's gonna, weigh us down, our expenses, and it's gonna be expensive. We're having another baby pretty soon. Let's not do this. Now she's saying, no, this is what I want. If you don't get this for me, we're gonna have a divorce. That is practically money issues. She did cheat on him with a man recently, but she has disrespected him by insisting that she wants a new apartment, knowing fully well that it might cost and it might take a toll on their finances. So I'm just saying, probably money might also be a factor in whatever issues they're having. Well, they said the Obodo Igbo man is a medical, not a medical doctor, is a chiropractor or something. Somebody was saying, person massage body up and down. I don't know. But I'm just saying, because they may be having issues all this while, but this thing became fully blown out as soon as they moved to the new apartment. As soon as they moved to that new apartment that was close to the beach, where Cora can go and shake her waist beside the beach as she wants. That was when the issue became fully blown out. So it's just another angle. I'm not saying basically that is what it is, but it's just another angle that what if it is also money that is causing issue. And if we know that this social media business, Cora is the one that is in charge, but Justin is just an assistant by holding the tummy when she's dancing, hold the belly, make it for no fall, and do some of those stunts. You know? Yeah, you understand what I mean? That's his job. So what if the revenue for the for the month comes in and Cora is saying, I mean, I was the one that did all the dancing, so therefore I'm not going to split this money, or you don't have a share in it. I'm not. It's just a possibility. It's not certain. Because when we are looking at any issues, it's good to touch down on different angles because we all have different perspective. Initially, I was up for the motion that, oh, yeah, she's disrespecting. But as soon as it came out and said she didn't cheat recently, and if she ever cheated, it was in the earlier part of their relationship. And probably they were not even married when she cheated on him. So how is she cheating you? How is she disrespecting you? That you have tolerated it all these years and you did not complain. You kept holding her tummy and massaging her body and dancing with her.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Princess.
Yeah.
Let me say something, Princess. Let me tell you, number one issue in the US is money. Okay, that is number one before any other thing. Because before you talk of money is the first thing to discuss in relationship, in marriages. And for them to have acquired that property, that means they've already settled all of those initial investments and the property already bought. Their wife, they don't say no. If you really meet the real Oyibos,
the truth is that white guys
we say no to our men. I don't want that, and our voices are already over the roof. You don't hear it from them. If I go by example, you understand, I might be tempted to mention names. I'm not talking about as just small people. I'm talking about people in the House of Assembly, senators, and all of you. If you hear the kind of things their wife accommodates just to make sure that marriage, a Black woman will not take that. So if that's the mentality Justin is looking at, he made a mistake by marrying Cora. Because Cora is an expressive woman, you understand? It's a completely different ball game. He made a huge mistake. If you want that kind of respect, and that kind of emotion when you're sucking, she will come and say, why are you sucking? But our men, when they are sucking, he say, get out of it, suck the leg. There is a way our people, because I say that small thing, that's why, you remember, Princess, when your husband frowned his face on that video, what did you say? Now, and that ends it. But for an Oyibo person, now will not end it, because that was, for him, you already disrespected him, and he want you to apologize. But to you, you're looking at, I didn't do anything, I was just catching cruise. That's the latest phrase now, catching cruise. So going into a relationship, you should be able to know what are the red flags, what are the things he can accept, the things he can tolerate, and also the cultural difference between them is playing a huge part in their relationship issue. So, Mel, we are going to let you have our comment section. Let's welcome our new people.
Constance is yet to speak.
Constance is going to speak. Let's welcome this new people here. We have Emilia Ifoma. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. We have Nazo Eze, the beautiful Nazo Eze, all the way from California. Thank you for joining us. I don't know if there is anybody I'm missing here. They've actually left a lot of comments for us, quite interesting contributions. Okay, we have Nzube, I call her Zubi Catherine. Thank you for joining us. She's one amazing lady all the way from Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. So, Constance, we are going to leave the floor for you. Let's understand about disregard, disrespect, or spouse emotion and feelings in a marriage, and vis-a-vis the disregard that Obiano's wife did today in the public domain should also be put into consideration, because she did not remember that she has a cap over her head, which is the husband, to honor that cap. And also, Cora Obidi is also who we are taking a reference from. So let's hear Constance. Take the floor, sis.
Please, Milo.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Let me start from Banigos. Like she said, thinking about this whole issue about Cora and her husband on another dimension. Me too, now let's just say I have a confession to make. Recently, I realized that Cora is famous, like Facebook, Instagram, like YouTube. People know her. Do you know I was just hearing about this Cora, last week? Like, I didn't know anything about her. I've never heard of her before. So, what if this was just a social media stunt because she wants to launch her book? No, I'm just saying. As in, I'm just saying, what if this whole thing is just a prank? It could not be a prank. I'm just saying. Just like Princess did her own bitch stuff, you understand? So I'm just saying. Then, on the man's part, coming on social media, I feel maybe he feels maybe she's well known there. If he cries out, people will hear him, and then people might take his side. You know, most times when it comes to divorce, people take the women's side most, especially when they cry out first. You understand? But at the end of the day, we don't know who is at fault here, who is the one messing up in the marriage. And when it comes to Cora's side, of which some of us have seen on some of her videos where she disrespected him, we don't know which one is happening. We don't know the real gist, if that was a joke or that's how they. Because at the end of the day, couples themselves have the way they relate to each other. We, the viewers, might see it as an insult or being disrespectful, but this might be the way they kind of relate with each other, which I don't know. I was not there. Then, when it comes to marriage, like I have two examples. I think number one is compatibility. Is the English correct? Being compatible, you understand, in choosing a partner. You know, this thing about marriage, I wouldn't say it's even age. Maybe you are of age. Marriage is not about age. Marriage is about the thing of the mind. Are you prepared? Are you ready to go into this thing? Like, are you ready? And again, if you think you are ready, this person coming to ask for your hand in marriage, like Nikki said, is this the kind of man you want to be with? Because there are things we should consider before going into marriages, you understand? Like, for example, let me use myself as an example. Before I got married, I had ex, you understand? We were dating for like 3 years. But along the line, I felt like, nah, can I cope? If I marry this guy, he's handsome, he's from a rich home, I might end up sleeping every night with my pillow soaked. Because he might end up maybe going about chasing women, and then I'll be at home. Like, I just had to consider so many things. Then the next thing I did was, because then and I'm still a very good church, as in a big church girl. So when I go to chapel, all I do is, God, if this guy is my husband, let it. But if he's not the one, take him away and send me my husband. That was my prayer point at that point. And the way we separated and the way I met my husband and I got married, everything happened like magic. Of which till date, I don't regret it. You understand? Then I have this friend. She is very intelligent. Like, as in, even me says, if I teach her a notebook, there are people when I see them, I respect them. Like, she's extremely intelligent. Like, she's outspoken. She's this, she's that. So recently she got married. Like, she told me she was getting married. The thing happened all of a sudden. I never heard she was dating the guy. So later when I asked her how it happened, she said the guy was a Wadiana, something in Igbo, Wadiana, that comes to their village to, as in, the guy's mom is from their village. So he comes for holiday sometimes in that village. So that was how they knew. So they become some kind of family friend. So later on, the parents asked her to come home. She should come and get married. She's of age and all that. That this guy is good. That they know him since he was small. He has been coming to visit. She wasn't ready. But because of family pressure, she agreed. And before then, she has seen the guy with cigarettes, lighter, and tom-tom. She was like, what are you using this for? It's my, as the guy now said, it's for my friend. Like, he never admitted he was smoking. So on the very day they did her paying of bride price, she saw the guy smoking in the evening. You know, to the guy, he feels, after all, we are now married. No going back. You are into it already. She saw the guy smoking. She was shocked. We were like, what are you doing? Are you smoking? Let me just say it. Yes, I smoke. That was the way the guy said it. And that was the very day they did that bride price paying stuff. She was like, okay. let me see how I can manage this. She had to enjoy it. You know, some people be like, they will end that marriage that very day because they can't take it. Me, I can't marry a smoker. Me personally, I might, if I was in her shoe, I might not go on with that marriage. But she was like, oh, let me see what will happen in this marriage. Let me just enjoy this one. But along the line, she found out that this marriage, as in the lady was educated, but the guy was not educated. You see, they were already having problems when it comes to intellectual aspects, because the way she reasons is not the way the guy reasons. You understand? So at some point, they were not really. She found out that they were not compatible. Like, they were always having arguments. The guy somehow most times feel intimidated, which is nothing. But to me, I feel he shouldn't feel so. But you know, most men, when they marry an outspoken lady or intelligent lady or an lady, they feel like, if I leave her now, she will overpower me or overtake me. That is the guy's mentality, most guys' mentality, which is very, very abnormal to me. Before I got married, my husband was like, when he was looking for a wife, that he wants an outspoken woman, educated woman, like that is what he wants. But some men in his own shoe were looking for women that didn't even go to school, women that they can control and tell what to do at any point in time. So along the line, the girl found out, no, I can't do this. The girl had to dissolve the marriage, as I'm talking to you now, that she's not, as in, they just paid her bride price. They were yet to do the trad and the white wedding. She said, no, I can't deal with this. She had to call up the marriage and everything. Even when they asked the guy to come and take his bride price, he said he's not coming. She had to go to the customary court. So what am I trying to say? To me, I feel the marriage was still very early for her to end it. And if you ask me, I would say she did the right thing. Like, that was a good decision on her part. But this marriage thing is a lifetime stuff. Like, it's not child's play. So I don't, if something you are noticing at the early stage and you feel, okay, I will manage it, or I'll control it, or I will try to change him, you can't change an adult. It's not possible. So if you observe this is something you cannot even take for a long time, quit. So like Tonya said, even though you said so, divorce is an option. So to on her partner, I feel she did the right thing. Maybe to her mom, she'd be like, no, you cannot, you are already there. But at that long run, even when after the marriage was dissolved, they started seeing the man's character. They were like, but maybe that period when she was telling them that this is what's happening in marriage, they didn't understand it. But you are the one wearing the shoes, you know where the thing is pinching you. Most people around, they don't understand. And that moment we try to kind of impress people, try to make it feel like it's working, when you know it's not working, when you know you are suffering inside. You don't even want to speak out. You want people to know that your marriage is working, your marriage is the best. Immediately you just finish fighting with your hobby, you just come around powder, you carry your phone, you are showing us a perfect marriage on social media. You after making love, you are smiling, baby, I'm coming, but you just finish fighting. People will see you, admiring you. Oh my God, I want to be in her shoes. Don't know what's happening behind. So this marriage is something we should make sure that the person we want to get married to, we are compatible. He's your friend. He's somebody you can easily communicate. Someone that understands you. You know, this thing they call respect in marriage is very, very strong. You know, some women, when you say you have to respect your husband, they feel maybe, should I always say yes to him? No, there's something we call respect in marriage. Respecting someone's feeling, wish, and knowing the do's and don'ts in marriage. If you know you are not ready for such thing, like you can't bend down. I am not saying bend down to worship the man. Like, being able to adjust yourself. Then stay until you are ready. You know, when you get married to a man and you don't respect his wish, forget to Bible talk sha. Men are the head of the family. They actually came to marry you. You understand? There were other women, but they said, okay, she's the one. Likewise, women, many men came for their marriage, for their hand in marriage, and they said, okay, this is the guy I want to be with. But I think that men somehow, I'm just saying, somehow has this upper hand, like, okay, she's the one I want to get married to. She's the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh. I think he deserves some kind of little respect from the woman, like, okay, this person used to this house. I don't like the way you relate with them. Stop going to that house. You'll be like, who the hell are you to tell me to do it? Do you think I'm your slave in this marriage? You can't stop me from going to that house. That is disrespect. You know, there are ways we tackle issues in marriage. Okay, he says, stop going here, honey. She's my friend. What is the reason? You guys discuss it. If the point he has is making sense, like, okay, let me respect his wish, then that is what when we come into communication in marriage. You understand? When you guys have you sat down and had a discussion, okay, this is okay, I think he's making a point. Let me just stay away from this family since he said so. But when you think maybe because you are married to him, you are an alpha female, after all, you came from a rich family, you are his wife and not his puppet, he can't tell you what to do, my dear, you are wrong. So there are some respect we should give to our husband as a woman. I am not saying you should allow him to intimidate you, or maybe you are educated and you came and he said he doesn't want you to work. I think maybe later we'll come to that side when a man says don't work, stay at home and all that. Maybe that one will be another topic next time. Let me cut it here before I go for. You understand?
Can I say something?
Can I say something, please? Nikki, please, my angel.
Go ahead. All right, go. You can.
I actually need to correct something because I really did a mistake when I said divorce is not an option. It is an option, my dear, because this is what our parents brought up with. Is what people want to hear in this world, so that I don't mislead everybody, I don't mislead anybody. And thank God you people are agreeing with me, because I told you guys I have gotten a divorce before, so I don't know if I'm in the right source, if I'm a prodigal girl. So in everything we do, I know very well that my own speaks for me. I know very well that I believe myself. I believe my instincts. Okay, there is a time they say enough is enough in a marriage. Yes, there's some certain bullies you cannot take. Yes, in the name of marriage, our people, our mother, our family, our parents, we always say, still, don't go. People will laugh, oh, people will talk, oh, you will die silently. At least I know now that some people believes with me that there should be a time you say enough is enough. I was thinking that I'm in the rock side, I'm a prodigal girl.
Why you say divorce is
No,
not?
you're
Why
not on
you
the
say
wrong side.
divorce is not
You're
an
not.
option? Is
Yeah,
because
you're not on the
you
wrong
are
side at
now
all.
you are now in the right place.
When it comes to me now, what really happened was that I got married on a naive when I was a young girl. I was like 17 years, and all I focused was just to get married, and I got married to a 15 years older than me. Okay, and every of my thinking, as in, I am just thinking like a young girl. I am, but everything I do nails to him. He takes everything so serious, to the extent of bullying me, just taking me like a baby. You know, if he wants to talk to me, he just deal with me like that young girl that he just picked up from the roadside, or he's just helping. So every minute he doesn't even have an atom of respect for me as a wife. Okay, I did not even come up on anything at all in his family. I can you imagine? I cannot even shipping anything in his decisions. I don't belong. They don't know me. I am nobody. Typically, I am just a house help. I don't know if you people know where I'm coming from, because that one I looks at myself as a furniture in that house. So it's better on a point. It's have to be called enough is enough. And if there is some certain things you cannot take in marriage, it's not just to disrespect your husband. I'm not saying you should disrespect them. Yes, but there is some men that is an animal. There is some that is not even worth putting into consideration. If they do things, did you know that when I came outside my marriage, I was just so grateful that God was able to make me to have another love to give, because I was seeing myself as I'm a problem. I was seeing myself as a lunatic. It takes me time to correct my senses. I was going gaga mad. If you see me on the road, I see myself as a problem to womanhood. I see myself as I am not competent enough. Until I have to talk to myself, I have to encounter myself. I have to give myself some little experiences that I've seen from every other people. I can stand and say, okay, take a breath. What did you even do to this man? Why are you driving yourself so crazy? I was, if my sister, if I park my car, I don't know where I park. I lose it. Because he makes me to understand every minute and then that I am a problem. It makes me to understand every minute, and I'm half what a woman. There isn't anything I'm doing that he can stand by me. No. There isn't. And let me tell you, yes, that is why I say
so let me come in here, Tonya. You see why we said divorce is an option? Because you were there, you were losing psychologically, you were not living. You were practically there as the physical being, but your mental state was completely gone.
Yes.
You are so lucky to have left. If you had continued in that marriage, maybe today there wouldn't have been.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
You were so lucky.
Do that, it will look like you are the worst woman on earth. But let me tell you something. If you can hold on, if you can do it, you will survive. You will get to next level. In fact,
no, you can't survive. You can't survive. That's not true. You can never survive. Rather, you will go crazy.
Please, let me say something, because I've listened to
you don't
everybody.
Get me. I said if you can do it, if you can leave the marriage, if you can do the divorce, if you can leave that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying if you remain in that
why will you remain there?
When that's the thing.
An option.
Because
I thought you were saying if
you remain there, then you can survive.
Let's slow down, please. Please, let's slow down because we have a lot of comments also. Go ahead.
Okay, darling.
Yeah, let's go with the comments now.
1 minute. Where I'm coming from, as in death is an option for me. If I don't live, I die. So why wouldn't I live? Did you see the children or the kids or the child you met in that marriage? We be so happy to still grow and see my mom. My mom is still alive. Then you are just buried, just like that.
So what are in the chats? Is there any question in the chat?
They don't have a double. They don't have a double life.
Audience, so that
so
they know
I
we're
was
not just leaving
why
them
I
there.
said divorce is not an option. Then it's because our parents used to let us know that that is not an option. So for me, I was thinking that I'm misleading people because I have to run my run.
Tonya, you're not misleading. You're not misleading anybody, and we completely understood your angle you're going for. You know, when we get into marriage, or
I'll leave and come back. I can't hear you guys.
Okay. When we get into marriage, our prayer is that let this be the final bus stop. You understand? But when it gets toxic, I don't pray for anybody to remain there. Just like Justin is walking away from this marriage, he is the only person that knows exactly what is happening in his relationship.
Yes.
And secondly, if you see Cora on her live videos, forget about this recent one she's doing, the previous live videos, you see Cora is not somebody that shows a form of respect to the man called husband, because in all those videos she puts out, the husband is always behind the camera. Do it this way, now it's not that way. That way, people are hearing those. You can't cut those ones off. But the way you talk to people, like I said, you can talk to a Nigerian man that way, they will take it. But for Igbo man, Mel, you can come in here because you know better than me.
But
you know,
the thing is, you cannot even speak to a Nigerian man like that. You go land you better slap.
You go punch you.
Then go land you better slap. That's one. Let me say this. I feel like most of our ladies, and this is not even about Nigeria, but Africa as a whole. And I want to say this in Pidgin. Most of our women, when they don't marry these Oyibo people, then they overdo, because Oyibo people, they relax past our own men. That one not be say both ways, I know. Okay? You know, if you just go rub your husband head anyhow, you not get respect. You go to that one for African man. You get me go talk to African man, you go just say, you know, they respect. Your parents not train you well. You understand? So these are things where our sisters no go fit do to our brothers. But because they don't marry these people, get different culture from us, then they more relaxed. If you just talk to them anyhow, then go just they look, you say, you be my wife, you be my babe. So some of our women don't they jump on top of their head when you know go fit jump for Nigerian man head.
Yes, that's true.
You know go fit jump for any African man head because it showed them like this. You know who I be? You know who I be? I be the man. I be the man. And our culture and our tradition and everything supports them. You understand? But because these other people, their culture, they try to make an equal for woman and man. When our women, they cross go away, they don't jump on people's head. Hey, not do like this. If na Nigerian man, Cora go tell and say, go bring the other jacket. She go there.
Tell them.
You understand? So it's obvious. Go ahead.
No verse. Just my husband come back as we do this live. My son they sleep. I won't go tell and say, brother in the Lord. I they do life for you. I have to go and potato the matter say I beg in case the boy wakes up. Help me. You get? I can't say, guy. Now you're became so are you okay?
That is it.
You get? You can't talk to an African man.
Your phone and the life where they do throw away.
I just go tell and say, brother, I did do live stream. I need you to help me if this boy wake up. I know say now our pikin. Help me. You get? So truly, as you talk, Mel, some of these Oyibo women, some of these our Niger sisters, when they don't come marry Oyibo, they do any. That will not mean say Niger men or not get their own for body, or Niger or Oyibo men not get their own for body. Do you understand? You know mean say no be so, but truly, I mean, even me, what Oyoyo said, that loud voice, I'm the queen. I don't know how to talk small.
Same with
And
me.
even today, my husband
Even me too.
Calm down.
I don't know how to talk small.
Just normal conversation. We are gisting.
But you know say the difference we say, for example, if you talk anyhow, your husband feel land you slap where he did now. Police go come, they go see support him. But here now for away, if he land you slap, you don't go jail. So now they make our women and they see the feel say yes. After all, you know if you do anything, you know.
Exactly.
You just go talk and give Nigeria brother. Not be I go do like this.
Because
In all abroad is the same thing, because it's also the same thing here in UAE. Okay, you don't mess with a lady. You don't dare. They value a woman so well. And I've been to India, like a year, 6 months. This is the way they just women are the yokes. Okay. You don't do
the issue we have. You know the issue we have. Yeah, the issue we have is this. Now things are happening. You will see a young lady that wants to get into marriage, and then what you're hearing is that men, they do this to women, they will maltreat you, they will do this one, they will do that one. And then women, the same thing. You see a man abroad, after when he sees what is going on with the other of his friends and their wives, he will say, I'll never bring my wife over here before this kind of thing will happen. Or if he eventually brings the wife over, the man will start, treating the wife somehow, just because they don't want them to be loose, to start treating him like the other people are doing that, all this kind of thing now. So what happens if you actually got married to a different person? What happened if your wife or your husband is totally different from those people that are misbehaving? Yes. Sometimes there is a way you will treat a woman. Let me use myself as an example. This guy married me, just like Tonya said, that the husband is older than her with 15 years. I laughed. Mine is older than me with 20 years. You understand? Yeah, make una laugh. Yeah, make una laugh. I did not choose him, you understand? That's what we're talking about when it comes to parents. If you leave me to get married, I can't go for a man like that. I don't know if you get that. Because as a matter of fact, this is not about this person being abroad. Because when people see you, the way you look, what they're all saying is that, because he's abroad, because of this one. Who born abroad? It's like almost everybody that came to ask for my hand in marriage, they all live abroad. But I wasn't interested. But because this person, oh my God, we know him so well. He's in fact, the sister is your sister's best friend. The brother is your brother's best friend. Blah 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 and all that. Because of what you want to respect them, you want to give them that respect. And if actually I have the kind of mind or the kind of mentality Constance's friend had to break up a marriage at that early stage, that would have been the best option. But because I couldn't, as a last born, I couldn't. I don't even have a say. I don't have a 1 naira say, because money. I know they even bring one naira from my house. Even if I want to eat biscuits, they have to give me the money for it. You understand? So I have to do everything they're saying. So when I came over, because this man already had that mentality that all those young girls, if you leave them,
they will open your ears, as in they will open, as in they will deal with you. That is what other men, I mean, that's what other women are doing to their husband. So you got married to this lady. You saw the kind of person this person is. This lady doesn't disrespect you. This lady doesn't like talk to, like doesn't even argue with you. But you chose to treat her just like other men are treating their wives. And you thought she's gonna remain like that, like she would just be that that mumu.
ARD.
You get, you understand? You thought maybe for the rest of her life she would just remain like that. It's not possible. Some people they will bring you over instead of allowing you to go in an English, I mean, language speaking country, instead of allowing you to go and learn how to speak this language, fix you somewhere to do something, allow you to live. Unless you start seeing another part of this person, maybe something's about to go wrong, you can actually call this person down and say, what is going on? What is happening? I know we are living fine, so what is going on now? But no, you don't want that. As a matter of fact, she wouldn't know how to speak the language. No way, she will not go to the school. She knows how to speak this language now. She will know everything about this country. But this is not the person you got married to. You got married to a very decent person. But because of what other people are facing in their marriage, you chose to avoid it. And that is why when when Constance was saying men are head of the family, they want to we need to respect them and all that, that's the gospel truth. But when you don't also acknowledge that respect as a man, I don't think you deserve it. I don't think you deserve it at all. Or when you chose to treat your wife just like your neighbor or your friend, because the wife is ashakaku, the wife is jagajaga, you now want to treat your cool wife the same way just because you don't want her to let loose. It's not going to work. There must be an issue. So if people can learn how to focus on what they have and not what other people are doing out there, focus on the person you have in your house. Your husband is not the same as a Chika's husband. Your husband is not the same as Amara's husband. And your wife is not the same as Emeka's wife or Ima's wife. It's a matter of focusing on that person you are with and then know how to treat the person. If not, there will always be an issue. And that is one problem we are having as people that live abroad. You will see, when you stay where men talk, like sometimes you want to go crazy. What's the meaning of don't allow her to go to that African store? If she go there, then they will spoil her. Don't even allow her to go to that place. So if they go there, now that is where they go and start sending money to their family in Nigeria. All your money will finish. Like seriously? Like seriously, all your money. Like it's not even our money, it's your money. And then you will see women, when they want to send money to their family in Africa, they are hiding to do so. You're turning them to I don't even know what I'll say you're turning them to.
So
They
when
don't
you
even
look
have a
at all
life.
this, there is a lot that goes into choices that we make in relationship. And then when we get into proper relationship, how do we handle disrespect? How do we handle disregard? If your husband or your spouse or your wife is complaining about a certain thing and you're ignoring that thing, you continue to ignore, at what point would that person say, you know what? I think I'm done. Just like I said, my husband said, if we knew Obiano's wife were to be his wife as of now, that marriage based on that act of disgrace is over. Because that it shows the Winnie Obiano's wife has no respect of any kind for Winnie himself or even the head. Like we all know, we call our men the head, the crown, while we are the neck, has no respect for that. So it varies from person to person, and that's how we relate with our issue. So I'm gonna give the floor to anyone. Go ahead and let's hear your opinion. Do remember we are still
Yeah,
talking about hot topics. Our audience in the comment section. Hot topics are popular
guys.
opinion, and today we are discussing disregard and disrespect of spouse feelings in a marriage.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Oyoyo, for throwing light. So I just like to say something quickly. So my kids are here. If you hear any noise, manage out. So I being someone that was raised by a single mother, my mom was not ready for me to make the kind of mistakes that she had already made in her life. She was not going to even take it. So when a guy will come around me, or a relationship does not work out and I go to her crying and I'm crying, mommy, he says he doesn't want anymore. She'll tell me, why you dey cry? It's not the one. The one for you has not come. So there was this Igbo guy in my mind, that be a boy in my mind. I'm going to marry and me. I don't dey learn language. I don't prepare. Only Igbo. I see ofe olugbo for them, everything. So I wasn't prepared that last na Igbo. That is how this guy came. It was someone I'd seen while I was younger. He now came back there, wanted to settle down. He was ready, has made money. As in, big boy. The day the boy came to my shop, we're sitting down in my AC, my salon, we're gisting. My mom came in. He greeted her. She said, oh, well done. Then she left. I came out to meet her. She said, what's in her to undo? Now I won't marry. I said something like that. She said, in the play. Now, she just said, in the play. And then she went away. And that relationship, I can't even go into details. Maybe as we are talking more it should be coming out. But at the end of the day, she was very, very right. So I'm just relating it to what you said, Oyoyo, about your mom being the person that was standing for you. So that for the first day my mom saw my husband, she has been seeing him. He will come around me because it was someone I'd known for like 12 years, but we're just friends. If he come, I will shake him, my paddy, my guy. But the first day he came and introduced himself that, mommy, she just said, hey, now you be the person where fits my pikin. And truly, when I look back,
you said when they tell person your party, your guy, now your husband now.
That time, whenever they date, they're just my friend. You go
At least
see other guys. You get, you go see other guys on my saloon. I go shake him, paddy me, my guy, that kind of thing. I didn't know like we're gonna, end up together one day. So that's what I'm just trying to say is there are some parents who are, very, very careful because they don't want their kids to make mistakes. And there are some parents that they've decided that you are my child, is what I say that is the best. So I feel like going forward, because when you're throwing the floor, that what ways, how can we undo, how can we deal with these things, disrespect in marriage and all that? Going forward, we as parents, it begins with us. Now, this generation of parents are coming because some of the parents of the past, they cannot change. They will remain like that.
They can.
But we, the parents that are coming now, it begins with us, our mindsets, the way we raise our sons, the way we raise our daughters, raising our daughters to know that you can respect a man, but you don't have to wait for a man to come and feed you. You can achieve things on your own as a woman. Raising our sons to know that you should not disrespect a woman. Women differ. Don't judge because of the way one person behaved and you're carrying that same mannerism or attitude to another woman. People are different. So it's important how we are raising our kids going forward, educating them with the right mindset so that they know the right things, because it begins from the home. And we shouldn't say they are too young to talk to. My kids are still very, very young. My first son is still very young, but I still try to tell him when he says somebody did this and I beat her, don't hit a girl. If she looks for your trouble, what happened? How? Try and resolve it. Okay, so the floor should be open for parents of these days to, communicate. Don't look at that your child is too small. Some people will say he's so young. They don't know anything. Children, they don't know anything. It's a lie. They know so much. If only you would open their minds to those things. They know so much. So that is all I have to say on this. And in the issue of respect is that let's try, just like Cora Obi. If she had tried, the husband was even willing to give her a chance because he made a post saying no apology. That's someone that does not apologize. So if she had made an apology to the man, that's okay, I'm sorry, I know I've done wrong, I know I can't change overnight, but step by step you can help me through it and we can walk through it together. You can help me because I know I am failing in these areas. Then maybe they won't be where they are right now, that the man has left the house or whatever. Okay, so that's just all I have to say.
Well said, Princess. Well said. You just nailed it at the point there. You said if she had apologized in one way, their marriage relationship wouldn't have been where it is now. And the guy said it because she carried on her life as nothing happened. Not that we are expecting her to come and apologize to us. After all, we are just only online in-laws. But at least apologize to the man. Since the man is the one making the public notification, the man would have said, Okay, guys, I came out to say this, but right now, me and Cora are talking. We are working on this. You guys should just put us in your prayers. But she never did any of those. As far as she's concerned, she says she's focusing on what is important, her children. So,
And
Mel, I
social
don't know if
media.
you're still there.
Hello.
I think Constance
You know,
go
the
ahead.
thing is, I don't know what the issue is with Cora and her husband, but let me ask one question. As in, him announcing this
Your net
divorce just a week after she puts to bed, is it really okay? Like, was it something she needed at that point in time?
What I will say on that, it was very insensitive of him to have done that. Very, very insensitive. We all know, all of us
And
here
and
talking, we are all
and
mothers, I believe. Very
and
insensitive.
what
The
I
timing was wrong. But another thing I will say, maybe he has been holding on. Maybe he wanted to do this before the childbirth,
good,
but
good
he didn't want to, upset that arrangement.
for
So he
her
said to
during the
himself that once the
pregnancy.
marriage is over, that is it.
Mm.
So it could be both ways. But if you look at it, it's insensitive still.
You know, since they have been saying something about Cora Obidi and the Justin, I've not really said anything. Even on my page, I have not said anything about it. I was just waiting maybe to know even if it's a prank or something like that. Because for me, Justin did not do well at all. Because at the initial stage, Justin knows who Cora is. It's not as if Justin does not know Cora. Cora has been a public figure right from day one. So I think what is worrying the young man is some men sometimes when some ladies are making very, very well in their businesses and what they are doing, they are feeling insecure. I think Justin is right now feeling insecure or insecurity because I didn't see anything that Cora did. After all, he did confess that he used a word that he's not supposed to, that the lady have not done what he's accusing of. Okay. So I think very well that Justin is just trying to get hold of the wife that he married. He's been with, he's been loving. Okay. And most of these comments on social media keeps discouraging that man also. You know, it might not be what he wants again, as in the way Cora is showing herself, because to me, it's too much. I swear down, it's too much. If Cora is my sister, I would have told her to, at least, even if you're naked, babe, you don't have to be out everything. You are just selling your womanhood. It's just to get people or what? Followers? Money?
Okay, let me jump in here to say something. You say you're talking about naked. See, Cora is in a society where they don't really care if you're wearing bikini walking down the street. It's nobody's business. When I came to the US newly, I was taken to Walmart to shop. I got into Walmart. I saw people shopping with their pajamas. I had to tap my brother. I say, this will never bath, so they don't enter the shop. So that was my shocking moment, that people can actually dress anyhow and do what they want to do. And some people even wear pajamas looking outfit to go and work, even those that work in what is it called, supply chain. They don't care what you actually wear. They don't care if you're wearing bikini. So that's his signature, and that's what he what sold her out. That's her signature, dancing with whatever. And most of us, we enjoy Shakira when Shakira was doing the belly dance with her waist and all of that. So
do you see payments as mere transactions? A source of cost rather than a lever of profit?
if that's her signature, that's fine. That's her brand. I respect that brand. I really do. That's what she's known for. I'm not here to castigate that or castigate her. No. What I'm here to talk about, and what I believe we are talking as hot topic, is the disregard. If Cora constantly, neglecting the husband's feelings, you understand, that becomes a problem, and we can see where it's leading to. So
And that is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying, because Justin might have
Let me quickly say something. Let me quickly say something concerning what Constance said. Constance was asking if this was the right time for the man to talk about separation or divorce or whatever 1 week after his wife just put to bed. And I feel like a lot of women are being sentimental because we're mothers and we understand the pain we went through and all of that. I do get it, but I think yes, it is the right time, because remember he also said that before now, that she's been threatening him with divorce. If you notice, Justin stressed that it is not about the cheating, it is not about him, but it's the way he's being treated.
Yes.
Do you understand? He kept stressing in all his posts. Even if you check the post where he was doing his work, that was his work post where someone was sitting down and I think he was fixing the person's back. Someone left a comment there. If you go and check it, it's still there. The person said a cheat will always be a cheat, and talking about his, and he replied that person saying it is not even about that. It is about how I am being treated. That was so. This man keeps insisting that it is about how I'm being treated, and people that have been watching Kora Obidi's videos can actually say that she acts somehow on camera to the man. The only one I've seen is the jacket video where she said this is not the one and all of that. But although she said it was a joke, maybe it was a joke to her, but it was not a joke to him. What if she does the same kind of thing off camera? We're talking about when the camera is not there. And what if Kora is a kind of person, now we're just saying, none of us know Kora to her house or to her home or to her family life, but we're just saying, what if Kora is one of those persons that, because they have so many followers now on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, worldwide, she's a singer, she's a writer, she's a dancer, she's talented, she's a multi-talented lady, so has she reached the level that it gets into their head and it's all about my followers, it's all about everything online? She doesn't care if something is going wrong in her home, in her marriage, if it's her father, her mother, everything. She doesn't care, but just to keep entertaining
this topic, if we can make this talk another topic when it comes to people regarding their job more than their family.
Yes,
it's going to be a very great one, because
because talking about this
true experience, you understand?
Okay.
I want to talk about that pure experience.
When people complain of that dressing mode, and she doesn't care. She doesn't care.
Ladies, let's have one person at a time so that we can hear each other.
If we can just actually make this another topic, because what she's saying now is more like a big topic that she just, brought up together. So if we can make it a real topic, we can just talk about it in full.
Okay. But thank you so much for deliberating, and I want to make a correction rather to what Nikki said. Nikki made argument saying it could be insecurity, and also Naza lives in the US with me. She's also noting those in the comment section. I said it before at the beginning of this discussion that what's his name? Justin earns good money. Okay, when I mean good money, he earns good money. So he's never at any point insecure if Kora is making money as well on YouTube. No. And Naza's point of argument is she said here that I don't agree with that. Justin is not an African man that will be feeling insecure about his wife's success. Besides, Justin is a chiropractor. He's definitely earns more money than Kora. It is our African men that get jealous of their wives. White people don't have that mentality. Naza is still talking. She said, also, I disagree.
I disagree with that.
You're going to
with that comment from Naza, but go ahead, host.
Yeah. She also said, I don't think there are anything wrong about the time he chose to announce the divorce. I believe that Justin is enlightened and knows about the risk of postpartum depression. Yes, that much he knows. So the area Nazar mentioned that African men are jealous about white people don't have that mentality. Mel, you can pick up that. So let's elaborate.
Okay. Why I disagree with this, not only because of Nazar. I watched a lot of videos yesterday since this Kora thing started, and even if you notice some other Africans and some other white or Asians that got married, and when I noticed that when our people analyze, it's easy for our people to say, Oyibo people know they do this, Oyibo people know they do that. The truth is, now then do and pass. You
Now then
understand?
do am
Because
pass.
some of them get very low self-esteem. Some
Mm.
of them, they go as far as killing their wife. Just
Thank
to
you.
make them collect all property and everything.
Thank
So
you.
let's change that mentality. They do them now, then do and pass, but then they
Thank you.
code
Now
their
then do
own
am
in a
pass.
way where you not go know until you don't enter grave, just so they can cash out with your life insurance and all of that. Of which Africans we will know they do life insurance, but some men already get insurance for their wife. Their wife no even know. Before you know,
Yes.
they don't put something for your food, you don't buy it and don't cash
They
out.
don't.
So let's not have that mentality.
They don't need to put
Okay,
anything in
Mel,
your food. It's
Mel.
even gone. It's even gone. They will use, and your
Yeah,
own is
Mel,
fine.
thank you. You brought that thing up. It's going to be another discussion. We are going to have another day. Life insurance. If you allow your husband to take life insurance on your head or not, I have my own take on that. So it's going to be another hot topic.
I'm enjoying this.
I hope somebody is writing down the points so we don't forget. This one you can say this one will be a topic. I hope somebody is jotting down so we know what we
I'm
have
going
as
to
topic.
read one more.
Write down the topic,
Ladies,
please.
I'm going to read one more of Naza's. Naza is
Yes,
really
sometimes
busy and
coming
very
from people.
engaging. She said if the tables were turned, people would have hailed the woman announcing that she has had enough. They don't care about the mental state of the man was in at the time of the announcement. She is very right here. You know, the society is always in favor of the woman because we felt we are the most deprived. You understand?
Exactly what I said.
When it comes to marriage and when it comes to relationship, yeah, we cry.
It depends on the part of the world where you are. Our people then value the men pass. So anytime the men talk, na final woman.
You know, okay,
you're on your
Mel,
own.
let me give you an example. I was telling I think I was telling my household an experience. Excuse me, about a man that the wife carried the matter to the police station that the man, my husband was doing. That's in Nigeria. Was doing this. The police say, your husband shout at you that you don't come here. Now belt I go come out now. You go rush go. My husband refused to believe me that it's possible. I just said you've lived overseas for too long that you don't know what is possible, what is happening back home. But that's the reality of people back home.
The one that shocked me most was when people were arguing, say husband no fit rape him wife. Woman say no one to. The man catch am down.
Host,
you know,
read the private chat.
That?
You understand?
Wanna keep all this topic. Wanna not finish all the topic today. Wanna keep them.
Mel,
earlier.
Princess just said something. Please write it down. Another discussion.
1 minute. When I said about this before, I said bullies in marriage. What were you thinking? A husband, an ex-husband, have raped me, as in put me hands on the back, slap me, and be fucking.
That's the topic. Hold it there.
Hold it. Put it in the cooler. Put it in the cooler.
Hey.
Another discussion. Let's save that topic for another discussion. So I want to thank everyone in the comment section. They've been very engaging, and this has been an interesting discussion today. Thank you, Vivian Reality, Njuma Priska, Naza Eze. Thank you, Trev, Essence, Unstoppable. Thank you, Nancy. I don't know how many of them we still have in the house, but anyone that have contributed today to this discussion, we really, really appreciate each and every one of you. So I'm going to allow our co-host today, Archie Tonia, to throw more light in what we are discussing today. Remember, we are not talking about other topics we are now bringing out here. We are going to take them one after the other on all the discussions in this series. So go ahead and let us know. We talked about Cora. We talked about disregard of Obiano's wife, the case of today that happened over her husband. And then at what point, what is it that you think a man can tolerate, a woman cannot tolerate? For some people, they wouldn't want their wives to wear short dresses. For some people, of course, they will even go and buy the short dresses for their wives. I remember when I came here newly, because I didn't know my way to the stores. So my husband asked the new person I met that now became my friend to help me go to the store and buy some clothes for myself. So when I got there, trust me now, I like it hot and short. They pass my knee. I was busy bringing out the things that she said, so your husband, I said, that's the kind of he weave also, but the girl was surprised that I'm buying dresses that just not below my knees, short gown, short skirt. She said that since she's been married at that time, I think she was married for 12 years, that her husband will not let her. So By the time we finish shopping, she bought 2 dresses that are above her knees and said she's going to wear it, whether the husband likes it or not. Then eventually she started educating the man. It's not all about what you want. How about
Okay.
what I want? So now
Oh.
she feels free to wear what makes her happy, what makes her feel pretty, makes her comfortable. So I'm gonna leave you, Achitonia, to take it from here.
Okay. Regarding marriage, I should say that in most cases, what my husband likes is it might not be what your husband's like. Okay. There's so many differences. And again, it comes to that respect and disrespect, disregarding. Okay. When you find out that your spouse is someone that likes so thing, like now, I can compare. Eh? Ndị Igbo si na ogolini adịna ọmalụ nke ka mma. The first husband I married was someone that doesn't even care what I put on. He doesn't care whatsoever I put on, whatever I do. When the mentality, he doesn't check on me. Okay, but this other one, this newly married husband right now, is someone that doesn't like anything skimpy. Anything skimpy. He's so anxious of that. And I knew him with that. And I'm someone that always like to, I always like to come out well. He is that type that, despite that, in everything, I love him in every aspect. Okay, but that is his problem. And I know that that is his problem. That is where disregard comes in. So now, since that is his problem and it's going to give me a tension and a problem in my marriage, I got to look into it. I have to measure in. I have to start molding myself to the state he will want it so that the marriage will work out. That is if I want it to work. If you don't want it to work, divorce is still an option. If you don't like it, then you come out of it. That is not your person. But if you want that person, if you like that person, that disrespect, you don't need it. You have to start doing what he will like and what you will like also. Because when you're in a relationship, I think communication is the key. If there is something your husband is not liking and you're liking it, there is a time you can call him, Daddy, look at this. I do like this, It's not that I'm doing like this. I'm not that type of person. If he understands you, fine and good. Everything roll. But if he does not, and if you value him so much, don't disregard that thing he's pointing at. He's pointing on something, yes. He's not secured with it. So you got to bend. That is respect. So I don't know. Oyom, I'm done with that part.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies of the hot topic. Thank you all for an amazing time with each and every one of you. Thank you. I really enjoyed myself today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. So we'll be rounding up this conversation today, and conversation continues next Thursday, same time. And we'll be putting out notice on which channel we'll be having this conversation and the topic we'll be discussing. If we all noticed today, we really came up with a lot of hot topics that we're going to be talking going forward. So I want to take the time to appreciate anybody that is still in the comment section. We really appreciate you. Thank you immensely for joining us today. And for my fellow co-hosts, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for your contribution, for the input. We really appreciate each and every one of them. So we'll be concluding like what Achitonia said. You have to know what your spouse, what they like, what they don't like. If anything they are frowning at, you have to know how to make it work. If it's I'm sorry you're looking for, let that be free enough to express yourself and apologize to your spouse. Likewise, our men, if a lady is the one that wants you to say sorry, please, it doesn't take anything out of your body for saying I am sorry for any act that is wrong. Let's find a way to balance our relationship. Let's find a way to make it work. If your spouse is not the type that, like me, my voice is too loud, I'm still working on it. I don't know if you're ever going to, work out with me learning how to talk slowly, but God will help us. We are working on all of that. So
Please, I'm signing out now. I'm signing out,
yes,
guys.
you can
Thank
go
you so
ahead
much.
and sign out. Unique Lady P, thank you. We're rounding up. We've been up for 2 hours, so we're rounding up. Join us next week, Thursday, same time, European time. I think it's 5 p.m. at your place. And then 5 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. Nigerian time, and 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. USA time. Thank you guys for being part of this amazing series. We are really gonna have a blast. This is just the opening, so expect something very, very spicy and hot on our next discussion. Mel, can you please round off with 1 or 2 words that we can take home today?
Okay, so yeah, I know, Constance, you have appointments, so I'm just going to make it brief. What I have to say, marriage is something that is complicated. We keep learning every day. Nobody graduates from the school of marriage. So find a balance. If your partner likes this, you like this, communicate. That's why they say communication is key. Find a common ground where you can kind of please him a bit so he can please you, and both parties are happy. That's all I have to say.
Constance, do you have to add 1 or 2 so that we can be rounding up today?
No, I think Mel already said it. Like we should find the balance. I think that's just the point.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. Thank you. I really enjoy each and every one of you.